Hello and welcome to Vampire Survivors. I'm Luce, and tonight we're going to be continuing the adventure mode for Emergency Meeting. Last time there was a strange alert meeting resulted in us being attacked in the middle of our base. But then, luckily the alert went out and we were able to get a lockdown going, which would have been nice if we weren't outside. Luckily, we were able to find a way through the vents and find our way to an alien landscape, which is a little interesting, that's for sure. And now we get to find some more things. Rather, we're going to see where this road takes us as we continue on. I'm gonna stick to the engineer since I like that particular character. Guardian's not half bad though. And stronger and briefly invincible after defeating a large amount of enemies or an ally. I can also play as normal characters if I so wish, but we're gonna stick to the theme here. Don't get ghosted. Following a colony of space rabbits into an underground cave might not have been the best idea. I wonder if the creepy cavern is where all the other crewmates ended up. Lucky swipe. Dude. Life sign scan. Yeah, this is very clearly based loosely off of Mystic Cave Zone. Evo, mini engineer, sounds good to me. Empty tome. Reduce the cooldown if you please. Ooh, money. Allegedly offers better moral support. I guess I need to keep going to the right then. Like I'm playing an old school platformer. Just keep going right until you can't anymore. Duplicator. Ooh, these bug guys are actually pretty durable. I don't like that. Life sign scan. Life sign scan. Spinach up, yeah, but clearly I need more offensive output. Life science scan. Oopsie. I'm almost dead, aren't I? I am dead. Oops, revive. Duplicator. Free level of life science scan. Sounds good to me. Here we are. Thank you, Engineer Gino, but the vampire's in another coffin. Okay. Ghost Lino joins the survivors. Empty tome, reduced cooldowns. Empty tome. Armor. Spinach. Yeah, some more ghosts are coming up so I can recruit them. Oh my. Life science scan, max. Ah, there's the last one. Interesting, I think this is the first time I've ever actually seen the edge of a map in Vampire Survivors. Interesting. Yep, this is 100% the edge. Neat. Well, then again, I guess this map is rather small by Vampire Survivor standards. Spinach maxed out, so my damage is at its max. as I did before, yeah, this is probably gonna unfortunately have to be a bit of a shorter stream. Excellent, some knockback will help be good against those things. I have to get up early tomorrow, so I can't go too late, which is why I went for this. I can more easily gauge how things go, 30-minute intervals and all that. Oh wow, that almost killed me again. That would have been bad, huh? Three levels, sounds good. Clear debris. Clear debris. We got lots of XP, lots of XP. Oh, I can finally qualify for weapon upgrades. Okay, yeah, this is gonna make things easier. I don't really want science rocks. Crystals. Good XP. All this XP is getting mine. Mini Guardian. Probably shouldn't have gone with the Guardian already, but oh well. Oh yeah, with the sheer number of enemies, I can get a lot of XP out of this. Oh yeah, we're clearing the screen now. I should probably look up... Yeah, some way. Engineer might be the same as engineer and Notia, now that I think about it. They're basically the equivalent of the detective. In Notia, the engineer is basically the same as the detective or the, seer, or usually basically the one who checks a person to see if what their role is. Some versions of the game... I'll get a knife. Some versions of the game have it tell you the person's role no matter what, but other times it purely says, human or killer. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. Can't let these guys blow up on me. Oh yeah, it's actually delaying me getting the, overpowered upgrade. Interesting. Let's get my experience. Okay, life sign scan. It's over. I've won. Ah, mini crewmate. Good. The ability to instantly vote out every single one of these exploding ghosts would be quite nice, although I guess it depends if I can get everyone voting the same way in general. Money, 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 money! Well, XP in this case. Yeah, I definitely need to get the crewmate up. And yeah, it did not escape my notice that Pugnala, Amberjo, and Gennaro were from the, trailer for the game, for the DLC, so I guess it makes sense they'd be caught up in the, Space Bean shenanigans. Just vent. Should probably get the Just Vent upgraded just so I can drop more of these. I can't exactly upgrade this until I get the find the bracer somewhere. But that, nonetheless, I expect it to show up somewhere. Excellent. Emergency meeting. The titular. Or emergency meeting. Mini shapeshifter. Good. Might as well max it out so I don't have to worry about it anymore. These stone guys take up a lot more screen real estate, that's for sure. There we are, just vented. Might as well make it always floor chicken, just make sure I always heal. Especially since I'm not nearly as bothered about money anymore. Yeah, I've already got pretty much all the upgrades. Ooh, delicious, delicious experience. Looks like we're about halfway done with this run. That's good. I'm still thinking about some other stuff I want to do alongside. Well, I guess I don't need to worry about that too soon. The Arknights story chapter is coming on, well, at the time of streaming, it's coming in a few days. By the time this goes up on YouTube, it'll already have come. So I'll probably do the storyline there. I have built a few new units since then that I'll probably be trying to get some use out of, but by and large, I'll probably be sticking to my usual stuff. I might even cut out a few of the meta units I usually stick to. But then again, the last story chapter had a boss that was a lot more rough than I was expecting, so... Granted, I didn't like that chapter's gimmick in general, so... Maybe, well, I don't want to make too many promises when I don't know what's coming quite yet. I've tried to avoid spoiling it any. Some things have slipped through the cracks, but that's kind of how it always goes. But yeah, that story chapter is going to take up at least a few days. So between that and Kakarot, I should have the future mostly dealt with for a little bit, so I don't have to worry for at least another week or two. That said, I still kind of want to play some more Age of Wonders 4, especially since they did some more story stuff last time that I haven't gotten to yet. I'm not exactly great at anywhere near as good at that game as I was at 3 for a while, I can tell you that much. Especially since the AI generally doesn't fall for the same tricks that they did in 3. So I need to learn the new broken combos. I do like some like Tapeda / Jean from Breath of Fire 2's build there, but the thing is, he's built for a tall empire as opposed to a wide one. And I'm not sure how great that'd be to watch. And I do actually take into account is something we'd better to watch a bit more these days. Like for the Elden Ring, for the Shadow of the Erdtree, I was thinking maybe I could go with Radahn's Great Bow, but then it was quickly pointed out to me, while Great Bows are functionally significantly different than regular bows, as far as the audience is concerned, they might think it's a little too similar. Hence why I end up going for, well, I was going to go with scythes, but then Jasper ended up taking those. And since that would obviously end up leading to us fighting over who gets what scythe, especially if we wanted to experiment with dual wielding to any degree. Yeah, I decided, screw it, I'll go with whips or something. And then, of course, he poked fun at the fact that the whips I have are the weakest in the game. Technically, he is correct, because the one I'm using is a slash damage whip instead of strike. You know, for anyone who actually cares about the raw numbers. And slash damage is the most resisted type after holy damage. Because, you know, most of your enemies are holy enemies in that game. Still, it is rather neat. It's not very often you run into games where your enemies are primarily divine foes. I mean, off the top of my head, well, SMT's a little too easy, so let's instead go with Bayonetta. That's one of the few that's the case. That said, the DLC is probably going to be a bit nicer to light and holy damage builds. So we'll see how that goes. I'm pretty excited about it. Dawn Trail, I'm probably not going to be playing immediately upon it's being dropped, I guess, while we're at it. Gemini. Do I even have anything that can be Gemini'd? No, I do not, actually. I have nothing that can be used with those. I have nothing that can be used with those. Plus 3 revivals, why not? I probably should have chosen a better one, but I genuinely don't care at this point, because I'm on the fast track to winning. I really love the music of this particular update. I don't think there's any weak song or among them. I know good music has become, but there's some that just stick with you long after the game ends, and this is definitely one of those expansions where the music's been stuck in my head even long after. I'm also wondering if I should revisit more games versus going for some I've played before versus going for some of the newer stuff. I very rarely play games right as they release, and I guess, although granted, to be fair, with how so many games require patching bugs after release, that's only gonna go without saying. I think it's probably even a good thing to do that, but there's also a lot of older games that I did like revisiting. I did start streaming largely to get through a lot of my Steam backlog, and to be fair, I have genuinely gotten quite a bit of that because of it. I mean, I know it was that stuff like Danganronpa and Zero Escape were on my list that I never played before. And then I got through them. Some I enjoyed notably more than others, won't lie, but it was worth my time, I'd say. And of course, there's one like Persona 3. I'm more familiar with the original one. I did consider the remake, but at the same time, the original is still on Steam and for like half the price. And while it is extremely rough, I won't lie. There's a reason when I played Persona 4, I said that all the mechanics have pretty much been refined version of what 3 had. The only thing it really didn't do much with is the AI commands you could give your allies, but that's also because you could directly command them in that game, so there wasn't nearly as much need for a specific orders and such. I don't know if it's... I also noticed that the remake didn't bring as much Ken as the source of all the evil in the world such. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's far from my favorite ally in that game, but he got way more shit than he deserved, that's for sure. Asteroid. Excellent. This should make things a bit easier going forward. Might as well get the Clover. There we are. Ooh, lots of kills. revisiting a game definitely does give me a lot more to talk about. I mean, during Kakarot, I spent quite a bit of time talking about the Budokai games and Legacy of Goku games, even though that's technically a new game, since, well, I guess to be fair, it's also a story that I've done quite a few times before, but I don't know. My friends have logs that prove I was talking about Dragon Ball way back in January, so I guess the universe had a very interesting time to make me interested in revisiting Dragon Ball things, that's for sure. But that also does mean I've been wondering if maybe I should revisit some of those. Like, I think I mentioned Budokai had some alternate outfits for each character that, as far as I've been able to find, have never been revisited in any other video game or series the characters have appeared in. At the same time, though, some of those are not worth revisiting. Like, I do not want to go back to Budokai 2 and that silly board game thing it was trying to do. Let's just say there's a reason that when they made a compilation of the first 3 Budokai games, they left out 2 and just had 1 and 3. I don't know if I'm going to be revisiting Tenkaichi 4, though. Well, I imagine... Excellent. Unjust ejection. 83 enemies were ejected. Oh yeah, I've got some fun stuff going on now. Yeah, there's nothing else here. So I guess we'll just hang out in the mine shaft for a little while. Which makes sense, the Mystic Cave Zone was also part mine shaft. Maybe I could revisit some of the shorter games. Like, I actually used to, before I even knew what speedrunning was, I tried to beat Sonic 2 in a relatively short period of time. That's also because, there was a youth group I was at, that's where, they had, in between stuff we did, there was like a console for people to play, and Sonic 2 with a Genesis, one of the things I could play. It was, but this also means, obviously no one's saving anything, and obviously gets, and obviously we have to do the youth group stuff, here and there. I could only play during break, so I had to try and beat it in that time. I don't think I ever did, though, which is probably funny. I mean, I imagine real speedrunners could have done like 3 times in that amount of time, but that's another reason I hesitate to speedrun. I always feel like if I'm... Well, I could potentially stream some of that, and people might potentially like it. I always have the feeling that if I'm not doing a certain level of good, I'm just wasting everyone's time, including my own. It's also why I don't bother with Pizza Tower and Neon White, despite those being genuinely worth playing games. I know challenge runs and stuff can also be popular, but I also don't know what I go for those, because again, same issue. If I don't... It has to be something where I don't feel like if I'm not doing good enough, I'm just going to waste everyone's time. That I could be, including time I could be using to stream something better, or something more entertaining. So I have to really think about that sort of stuff. Looks like we're almost to the end. 15 seconds. There we are. But sounds good here. Find the ghost in Don't Get Ghosted. Space Rocks. Progress. Find the scientist. Alright, so basically we need to reunite the team. Sounds good to me. Maybe I should give Imposter Arena a bit of a go. Space Rocks. Something suspicious is going on back at the base. Angry aliens are attacking, crewmates are missing, and all sorts of paranormal creatures, though definitely no ghosts, lurk in every corner. Let's figure out what happened using the power of logic and science. Yeah, this one's going to be good, but Gemini would also be great. I guess 3 of these would be great. Lucky swipe. Life sign scan. Wonderful. Life sign scan. Heal. Guess I have no choice. Empty tome to increase the base damage up. Alright, excellent. Going Super Saiyan here. Thought I just had to go that way first then. Lucky swiper. Get. Space rocks. Oh, interesting. This isn't in the other area. Neat. More space rocks, huh? Sounds good to me. Interesting. Oh, hey, it's myself. Mini imposter. Mini ghost first. Because if I get this, it's gonna be extremely easy. Oh yeah, look at that. Super Saiyan. Mini imposter. Mini engineer. Just vent. Here we are. Thank you, Impostorina, but the vampire's in another coffin. Okay. Scientist Mina joins the survivors. Report. Oh yeah, the super form is really nice. A character with the super form can be pretty satisfying. Free report level sounds good to me. Mini crewmate. Oh yeah, enough kills that it's happening again even faster. Oh yeah. If I get the Gemini, that'll really help out. That's a big if. Sharp tongue. There we are, it's sharp tongue. I just need to level the mini imposter then. Oh hey, the science stuff. Ah, so this is supposed to be evidence the scientist was here. Mini ghost. Oh yeah, Super Saiyan Arena. Ah, clean. Oh yeah, the mini imposter needs to be leveled. There we are. It's ready. Suppose I'd best get the space rocks to maximum level. Life sign scan. Looks like the enemies are a bit less numerous, but I imagine sustaining the super form will be a lot easier as I get closer to the timer. After all, we're still only barely 5 minutes in. I'm probably gonna have to do the next one twice, unless it has the, I had to evolve it in there. Cool. There we are. Mini ghost. Wonderful. Now I can get the life sign scan up to max. And evolve that. But there, the scientist is at max, so I don't have to worry about it showing up in the pool anymore. sometimes, even if it does nothing, I think getting those out of the upgrade pool can be nice. I think the amount needed for each super form always goes up, so... Poke, 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 poke. I should probably not hang out by the lava, so close to the lava, you know? Life sign scan. Destroy. Oh. Amber Joe's weapon is hilarious. Random bullshit go. Probably should have waited. Nah, it's fine. That needed to be leveled. I have a lot of weapons, and the sooner they reach a decent enough level, the better, because that's gonna snowball very easily. Lucky swipe. Lifetime scan. Okay, good. Now I'm all ready for the upgrade. Lucky swipe. Ah, these guys are starting to get a little tough. Yeah, that's why those ghost swarms here, to push the tougher enemies towards you. There we go. Either I'm invincible or close enough to it. I definitely need the empty tome upgraded to get the cooldowns reduced. I just realized, are there no light sources here? It almost sounded like a Sonic. Well, it's probably a stock sound effect, actually. Darn, my super form ended. Yeah. I don't remember if I'm invincible or just mostly, or just harder to take damage on that form. Probably best to not push it if I'm not sure. I can look it up later. I try to avoid looking up too much whenever there's new content for this kind of game. Or the fun of a game that's constantly updated is checking the new stuff out. Well, I guess kinda sometimes. I did look up the new Lethal Company stuff to know what to prepare for when we start playing it next. It's definitely one of those updates I both love and hate, because on one hand, some of the stuff, like the Tulip Snakes, seem like they add an extra layer to the game. I mean, sure, they're probably gonna kill you, but you can also use them to go to higher places, so there's actually a lot of stuff to consider. But then there's, like, the Butler enemy, which seems the point is to just not die to them, and we already have a lot of enemies in the mountain who don't die to them. Just do their mechanics to don't die to them. Empty tome. Let's bring the card. Pull this through here. Empty tome. These tough guys came surprisingly early. Usually it's around 11 minutes where the enemies spawn. I believe it's usually around 11 minutes where the enemies spawn in that test how good your build actually is. It's usually Oh yeah, the bugs are actually kind of durable too. Basically, it's a wave that's specifically, okay, how good is your build actually doing so far? There's a reason the 10-minute gap barrier was the toughest one when I first started the game. At least I think so. Crap, it's been quite some time. Might as well max out the mini engineer so I can upgrade that too. Pull it in. Good all. Come on. There you go. Left, right, where? Science rocks are maxed out. Good. This guy's surprisingly beefy. I'm pretty sure he's gonna drop something that I can get upgrades, and once I get upgrades, once I upgrade one of the items, one of the minis will go away, and that'll free up some space. I mean, the bad news is I'll lose the passive effect from the mini, but that's honestly a worthwhile trade-off, I'd say. Because while they are nice, the fact they don't upgrade means it's of limited help. Probably should work on the Just Vent a bit more, but it's one of my least favorite weapons, for a number of reasons, largely because basically laying a trap only goes so far. Ooh, Imposter Tongue. Lots of experience. Now kill, kill, kill. Hopefully I can hit the super mode soon. Oh yeah, I need the mini shapeshifter for the Just Vent. I actually think I can get the duplicator right now for now, though, just because as soon as I upgrade another weapon, that's going to be another spot freed up. Although I should definitely also look for the spinach, just to make sure my damage output doesn't fall behind. Then again, I already have all the damage upgrades, passive upgrades, I mean. So, yeah. Oh, okay. Duplicator. Just Vent. And the fact that the Just Vent basically means laying behind a mine that the enemy has to step on in order to detonate and to get XP. It's nice as an additional weapon, but I don't like it as a base weapon. And as a result, the shapeshifter feels like one that takes a bit to get going until I get another weapon to get going. Granted, I'm sure some make better use of it than I do. Just for me, it feels like one of those weapons that's best when it's secondary to a main weapon here. Give me the XP. Probably get the mini crewmate up if it's just gonna be giving me that. Just Vent. Excellent. Finally, now I can go on a rampage. Report. Oh, wonderful. Life sign scan. Paranormal scan, I mean. That's quite ideal. Oh dang, that guy grew to try and fight me, but it was ultimately worthless because I'm already super. Might as well get that just so that it's ready for upgrade to emergency meeting. Mini shapeshifter, if you please. Oh my, that guy, huge enemy, exploded and didn't give me anything. How disappointing. Just vent. I guess if I'm being completely honest here, I think part of the reason I want to go do some Age of Wonder 4 again, well, first of all, streaming gives me an excuse to play it, because, as one might expect, that game is a very long time commitment whenever I do a run, and streaming gives me an excuse to, you know, do such runs. But, I know a lot of people, even on YouTube and such, like to do those runs, but the thing is, most of them don't really care about the story, and that's perfectly fine. If a game is fun, I can respect that. Keeps you sane. Can. Then again, I guess that implies I'm not already insane. Do fey creatures count as such? I know some, like Oni, are considered to not be insane by regular standards. You darn space rocks. Yeah, I'm genuinely curious where the story goes. I did like the default story, I just kind of was just a bit disappointed how it ended with this, and the story continues in multiplayer. So having a bit of a continuation, even if it's largely unrelated, still feels nice to have. And of course, I do need to check the achievements, because I end up getting a few more runs in after that, because some of the, generally the story missions, while technically being, randomly generated maps, also have some unique win conditions and such, and some achievements ask you to do special conditions on top of that, and that was pretty neat to do for a while. I know there's been a lot of stuff that went on with that game in my absence as well, which is a shame I got to miss. I'm including some of the sillier things, but I guess on the other hand, it does also mean I missed a number of glitches that were patched out, I imagine were patched out rather quickly. Ah, there we go. I guess this would technically be more like a Rage mode or Berserk mode rather than Super Saiyan. Well, yeah, I'm not invincible, I'm just it's just harder to take me out in this form. A minor but very distinct difference. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll have everything upgraded by the time I finish. I have 3 weapons that still need to be upgraded, it's just a matter of getting the, chests. But the fact that I already have the paranormal scan means I'm pretty much guaranteed to win, so we'll see if my arrogance gets the best of me. Yeah, these sheer numbers at least should make it easier to get the super mode again. I guess thinking about it, it could also technically qualify as a bloodlust mode of some sort. Then again, I guess at this point I'm just splitting hairs on terminologies. The point is, it's a powered up mode for a short period of time. Reroll. Reroll. Gemini. Perfect. Excellent. Additional set of tongues. Sounds a little silly out of context, but I guess there was... There's always implication that the imposters in Among Us were a sort of the thing type of shapeshifter. Also a very good movie. Nice. Alright, I think everything's maxed out now. All that's left is a matter of... Oh, right, the gun also benefits from it. Always more chicken just to keep myself healed, because I want to make it all the way to the end this time. Oh yeah. Here we go. Here we go. I'm pretty sure these simian enemies are a reference to something old school sci-fi. Well, because that's usually what... You can tell they certainly had fun with these enemy designs. I mean, when I saw the space ducks and they mentioned... And it briefly referenced the DuckTales as a theme song, I immediately recognized it. Oh yes, on that note, sometimes people wonder why I'm not weirded out by the kids liking the weird videos online. I am absolutely not bothered because I know what it was like during those Newgrounds days. Like, when I was young, my younger self found a Newgrounds video so funny that I watched it so many times that now forever the Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3 theme is forever associated with DuckTales for me. Legitimate. Whenever I hear the Budokai 3 theme, I think DuckTales instead of Dragon Ball. That's how bad it went. And I did recently take a look at it. I did remember most, as one might expect, but yeah, it was, it's not very good. I'll be blunt. So yeah. Kids like thinking something dumb is the funniest shit ever. Yeah, that's part of growing up. I'm absolutely not gonna give anyone shit over that when I was exactly the same, that's for sure. In time, they'll be looking back on it and wondering how they found it funny. Or who knows, maybe it's better than expected. Let's see here. Yeah, things are really getting crazy now. Yeah, the life science scan does some really amazing things when you let it. Ah, good, emergency meeting button. We're here. Who is the imposter? I can't help but notice it's mostly been these aliens for a while. Spinach for sure. Look what you shall be pressed. How you doing, bud? Ah, fine. Not too much. I'm just finishing up the Among Us adventure mode in Vampire Survivors here. It's basically the closest thing the game has to a story mode. Very lighthearted and doesn't take itself too seriously, so it's nice to relax. Which is good, because I can't go too late tonight. I've got stuff to do in the morning. Yeah, the sheer amount of death is allowing me to keep my super form up a lot more. This is great. The imposter's upgraded form is really, really nice. Here. Yeah, the cooldown reduction and might boost is really would be really good even if I didn't have the overpowered life science scan. Here, I've already talked about plans on games to stream. I've been thinking of things that I've been embarrassing things from my childhood. Oh, nice, the form's back already. Always good when the death is coming quite. The tough enemies are back. And it seems one of the bosses has been downgraded to a regular enemy. Oh, there's a boss here that died and I missed it. How embarrassing for me. Ooh. Took a long while to get cross wires, that's for sure. BT6. I don't think I even have the game, but I already do play a lot of tower defenses, so I'd probably be able to handle it just fine. Well, relatively. I'm not exactly amazing at. I've played a lot of tower defense games, but I can't exactly sit here and say I'm actually good at any of them. Hello, Mooney. Welcome to the stream. Multiplayer, huh? Sadly, I'm not sure how much our crew would be into that one. They're already trying to get me into Helldivers, which, I don't know. They also tried to get me into... what's it called? It was Palworld, but I really don't want to play yet another survival crafting game after 7 Days to Die. And, Don't Starve Together. Not to say they're bad, just I'm not really feeling any of those, I'm afraid. Although, yeah, I'm sure it's plenty fun. I'm just, guess I don't know. I've always been rather weird. I have to be in the mood for something specific. I'm sure he's fine. I mean, I did end up wanting to play Lethal Company, and that would have been going rather well. Once we complete our preparations for the Shadow of the Erdtree, we'll probably end up playing some more of that. Unless they do, in fact, talk me into Helldivers. But I don't know, I'm kind of wanting us to give the new update a try since it brings a handful of new moons and challenges modes and such. Kyle is famous. Now, that one I actually already watched someone play through. So, unfortunately, if I go through... I have the same issue with the Exit 8, in that it is a genuinely good game, but I also already watched someone else play it. So if I were to play it myself, I would unfortunately already have all the solutions. I guess that's the issue with streaming when I already have some favorite streamers of my own. I have thought about bringing them up here and there, especially since some of them are an inspiration to an extent, but I also know it's usually not it's usually a bit looked down upon to discuss other streamers too much when you're streaming yourself. But nonetheless, I do have a bunch that I am quite fond of myself. What the? Why is there so many things in that corner there? I guess I might have some time to head on over and see, but... weird. I mean, there's no light sources in this map, so why are they all teleporting over there? Okay, that was a little weird. Oh yeah, I forgot I still had an item to upgrade. Rocket Science. Oh dear. The cooldown's so low, oh my. Yeah, they're respawning too quickly for me. I guess if there's no light sources, all the drops get teleported to this somewhere off the corner? Weird. Looks like this round's almost done anyway, so it doesn't matter, I guess. Oh, dang. That's all. Yeah, I could pick them up there. Weird. Why is it not damaging me? What's my armor at again? Plus 11. It does 250 something, 256 damage, I believe, so yeah. I knew it'd break through my defenses eventually. Alright, we'll cash in the revives then. Find the scientist. Emergency meeting. Power up. Anything I've yet to power up? Rerolls might not hurt. I should also buy these characters I'm missing. Imposter Arena. Reach level 80 in emergency meeting. Oh, the ending's like the full version of the game. Like I said, yeah, I watched a streamer I like who played through the entire thing, so there's no secrets left, unfortunately. Alright, so evolving the knife is the main thing. As long as I win an emergency meeting, I think I'll get everything just fine. I just need to figure out if it actually has the item needed for Gennaro there. The sudden appearance of those three weirdos has interfered with experiments in the specimen room. Some innovative bean biology project has gone awry, and the bizarre meat creatures summoning swarms of angry aliens. Whatever it is, we're ejecting it. Emergency meeting. Here we are. The item to upgrade the knife is not here? Really? tome is always gonna be good. So I was a bit distracted since the end of that run was so close by. Life Science Scan. Yeah, I'll buy a La Roba, I think. Free level of Life Science Scan. Probably the best one it could have leveled. La Roba's a hilarious weapon. It's basically the embodiment of random bullshit go. Absolutely all the minis are in this map, so I could probably focus on regular passive weapons for this. This is definitely a good map in the general sense, just for screwing things around a bit. Oopsie, I should have picked up 8 the Sparrow. Oh well. I definitely should get a lucky swipe up. Nice thing is the engineer's passive can let him get a ability, lets him get a passive accessory without actually, even if it's already maxed out, so it's gonna be nice. Actually, I should probably go through here just to grab the I need to grab the free level of Life Science Scan. That means less level I have to pick up later. Spinach. our free level. Good, that healed me a lot as well. Still low level, so this huge boost should help me out a lot. I'm pretty sure the shapeshifter's on the outside. The mini engineer should be a big help, I think. Seismic activity. Kindly press the button to shift the... It's tectonic plates. And... free level of the gun. Sounds good. This is not the most optimal build I could have gotten, but it's gonna work, I guess. I got about a minute to get there, so we'll have to rush. Oh, it's in here. Then that's a lot easier. I thought it was gonna be all the way on the other side, where you usually have to... what you do in the proper game. Ooh, nice. Lucky. Oh, the engineer plush vanished. The mini engineer vanished, I guess because I already got the main benefit. I'm gonna have to skip because I already have all the passives the game will allow. I remember the shapeshifter mini is outside, actually, so... I need to go the long way through. A little annoying, but nothing too bad, really. Here it is, yep. Like I said, it's right outside. Lifetime scan has to be first maxed. Here we are. Oh, there's a... I can't believe I almost missed it. Free level of life sign scan. Ideal. I'm not sure why that snowman has a bone in it, but I know in the actual game it has that too. spinach. Clear debris. Still, well, I did watch the playthrough of Exit 8. The one that inspired the I'm on observation dude. I haven't gone through watching those. I've only been through 1 and 2 so far, and while I know 3 is one of the divisive ones, I still haven't played it, and therefore I'd be completely fresh. I might want to consider that at some point. I can't say it'll be right away, though, because I already have to get through Kakarot, so that's the Arcanite's story chapter, and, another one. Well, I've already got a lot on the plate already. Ooh, the Frankenstein monsters are actually somewhat durable, so we gotta be careful. Oh, nice. Life Science Scan is maxed out. Alright, I'm gonna have to go grab the... If I want to upgrade, I need to get the yellow one. Here we are. Yellow Ghost. Sensors detect a faint scent of vinegar from space. Please press button to end the smell. I'm gonna have to rush on over. That's definitely not a smell you want lingering, if at all possible. I mean, it's not the worst smell in the world, but it's also one you'd rather not have for longer than necessary. There we go, Mini Ghost is complete. So now I can upgrade the Life Science Scan sooner rather than later. I'm probably gonna have an easier time going over this than around. 6 of one or half dozen of the other. If I go below, it's still gonna have to take a wind route. Still, it's nice to have this game in Streets of Rogue to return to regularly. Just having a game that doesn't require any major commitments I can just pop in and out of is nice. Oh, almost... Dang, I almost didn't make it. Oh, wonderful. Crossed wires. Oh, there's a purple one here. Gemini. Yes, please, get. Alright, it's not in here, it's out there. Oh, wonderful. Paranormal scan. I thought it was possible to get multiple upgrades in a single go before. Or maybe it's just not that way for adventure mode. Maybe I'm just remembering wrong. Wouldn't be the first time, at least. Yeah, paranormal scan's already boosting my attack. Ah, wonderful. Clear asteroids. Ah, right, there's an additional one. The mini imposters in the lower right corner, so it's gonna be a bit of a walk. Derelict remains of an older base, I think this is. Might occasionally stab enemies. It gives me a low-level knife effect. None of the minis are individually strong, but then again, that's kind of the point. They don't even get strong with upgrades. It's basically a low-level attack to help last you until you get the upgrade for the weapon you're there for. But if you have all of them, it does genuinely add up. Might as well max out the mini imposter so that it stops bugging me about it. Oh, that's a lot of level ups. Well, I guess that's pretty normal. Given I got those attract orbs. Wonderful. The emergency meeting's ready, so all my weapons that can upgrade are. Speaking of which, at the time of streaming, there's actually an update to this game coming. The last free update didn't add any upgrades to existing, but did add a few more characters than usual. So I wonder if that's going to happen this time. Are they going to upgrade another character who previously had no evolving weapon, or are they going to just add a handful of new characters? Crap. Eruptions are in progress and tourists are rushing to spectacle. Kindly press both buttons to prevent tourism. No, we could probably make a good amount of money out of that. Yeah, one's in here, but I should be able to press that one immediately. I'm glad I wasn't in the corner of the map when this happened, though, or I might not have made it. Well, I can at least make one. It remains to be seen if the other one will be made it. Ooh, getting really lucky this run. Don't touch the cannon. I can't help but notice that's a cannon with one end. Yeah, it's all the way over there. Not only is that going to take me a while to get to, I still remember that spot because it's rather notorious in the game proper. It's pretty much engineered to be a place where an imposter could easily get a kill. One minute. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go back around here, but I don't have much choice. Must prevent tourism. Always for chicken to keep myself healed. Here we are. Some more cash out of the deal, not bad. I just need to reach level 80 and defeat the boss of the area to... Oh, so I had to abandon a chest on the way here. Well, that's fine. It was to press the button. Chests aren't going anywhere. It should be pretty easy to reach level 80 before the run ends. We're only a little over halfway through right now. But if you're gonna attack me anyways, then fine, I'm taking this. What are you gonna do about that, buddy? And if I'm here, you'll take more damage from everything. There we are. I believe any golden eggs you collect in this mode get transferred to the main game, so that's nice. If you play the game enough, it's actually possible to make characters more overpowered than the actually intentionally overpowered character. Well, characters... I was gonna say character, but I thought, oh wait, no. More characters than just Queen Sigma are overpowered now. Excellent, maxed out. Technically speaking, you don't die or anything if you fail the challenge. You just don't get the bonus chest, which is a shame because those are really nice. This is definitely a good map for just playing, testing out builds, screwing around. There's just so many ways you can mess around with it. Robot rock. 82. There we are. We've managed to unlock the Megalo imposter. Ah, wonderful. Level 90. I'm not sure I can kill enemies fast enough to keep up with this. Worth a try, at least, though. Gold Fever. Looks like we're getting close to the final boss. Got it. Vacuum. Alright, this one here. Here we go, final boss is coming. The suspicious eyes. Alright, it's easier if I take out its arms, so let's do that first. I do like how all the bosses have been given mechanics after a certain point. There we are. It can take a lot of punishment, that's for sure. And remember, I've already been buffed by the, yeah, I've been buffed by the... Yeah, there we are. Huh, that was a bit less time than I thought it was gonna take. Excellent. Yeah, with all those buffs from the life sign scan, it wasn't gonna last. Usually it lasts a lot longer than that, if we're honest. Got it, XP, XP, XP. Vacuum up all the XP. Money. Probably more than enough money at this point. I could probably end it now and it probably still count as complete, but I want to go all the way through. Likewise, I need to do at least one more round to unlock the last item to fully complete the adventure, because it seems none of the stages have the bracer needed to upgrade the knife naturally. So I'm gonna have to buy it from the shop there. I could also probably get the, what's it called? The tiramisu thing that is used to upgrade the Pugnala's guns. Should be pretty easy. And should be easy to afford since I've gotten enough money from all this. So the mad science gone wrong, the suspicious eyes is what ultimately what forced the crewmates and imposters to work together. Interesting. It looks like we're almost done here, so that shouldn't be too much longer. Ooh, vote them all out. Yes, I'm fully aware, or adding the Gemini is to the fire breath that it implies, given it's coming out both sides. I say that because I imagine if I don't point out, someone else probably will. And again, maybe I should, just so that people leave more comments. I try not to care about this stuff, but I guess it's hard not to, I guess. I could also just play and say something that I know is going to immediately cause a fight. I know the usual joke for that is pi equals exactly 3 to get the comments going, but let's see here. I'm sure I could do something more nerdy. Okay. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I guess I'm distracted. I blame the unstoppable robot. Why are there two separate types of robots here? No matter. Looks like it's over. Let's see here. Adventure progress. Defeat the suspicious eyes. Reach a lady. Unlocks imposter. Megalo Imposterina. Alright, let's go to the Planetary Bazaar real quick. Buy the items I need. No. Tiramisu, yes. No. No. Bracer. Yes. Yeah, bracer and knife. Keep golden unlocks. Because we need to complete the final emergency meeting. Now, let's see here. We're gonna stick to Megalo Imposter Arena. I'm not the imposter. Gotta love it. Yeah, we'll go with Arcanas here. This is permanent and full power imposter mode, so it should be nice. I definitely need to get the guns. I really don't need any of these, I don't think. XP, XP, XP. Give me the XP. Here we are. Yeah, that's perfect. Now I just need a tiramisu. I was gonna say if the chicken's fitting since the imposters are probably meat eaters, but then I remembered, I actually don't think we have any proof of that, actually. Because I know that they kill all of the crewmates with their teeth and stuff, tongues and all the shape-shifting stuff from the thing and all that, but I don't think there's anyone that actually eats them, unless they added it since I was there. Oh, interesting. I had no weapons innately. Interesting. Actually, I probably should have gotten the imposter tongue then, just to get so that there'd be more Gemini stuff going. The imposter. Maybe I should have gotten the, what's it called? Maybe I should have gotten the Gemini bonus right away. Bracer, perfect. That's the last item I need. Everything else is pretty much gravy for blunt. Because I don't need to upgrade the guns and all that, I'm just doing that because it's convenient. And the nice thing is, because this is one of the earlier weapons, I don't need to upgrade the bracer itself, I only need to max out the knife. They did later realize that's probably not a good idea, so pretty much all the update, expansion, and update weapons require to upgrade the accessory as well. But the launch ones just require you to upgrade the weapons, since that's what gets ultimately changed by the weapon evolutions. Might as well grab some more of the imposter's weapons. Clear debris. Knife. I believe emergencies happen every 5 minutes until 15, after which they're all completed, so we'll see how that goes. Ah, perfect. Tiramisu. I don't need to upgrade the guns, but it's fun to do so, so I'm going to. And I really do like Arcanas, that's why I like to have them on. They're not, strictly speaking, necessary, but they're nice. Especially since some of the weapons, like the fireballs and such, feel a little weak without them. This also means I'm prepared in case I die by accident, but you have to be careful. If you die enough times that you use up all the bonuses, all the life bonuses that the tiramisu gives you, then the tiramisu itself goes away, which is a problem if you haven't evolved the guns yet. So it's something to be wary of. Sharp tongue. Empty tome. Duplicator. Fire Zone Edition. Guess I best get ready. The next event's coming up in about a minute. Still, it's not bad to level up all my stuff in preparation. Duplicator level 2. Add an extra projectile to everything. That's gonna be really good. I do at least know where there's one place I can get an Arcana without having to wait for the one at 15 minutes or whatever it is. But I want to make sure I get this hazard down first. Here we are. Seismic activity detected. So press the button to shift planet's tectonic plates. Lucky. Wow, that's a lot of good upgrades, especially for the 8 the Sparrow. Ooh, that's gotta be careful of that narrow bridge. As you can tell, since it's isolated and right out inside the doors, it's pretty easy for the imposters to get you. Sharp tongue. Well, one of them is maxed out now. And that also means it's coming out of the, it's out of the pool. So I don't have to worry about it coming up anymore, asking for upgrades. Sharp tongue. I do like all the sharp tongues coming in. Gemini, exactly what I want. Now we're cooking with gas. Virtually everything's been doubled. XP. Now, time to begin the journey to gain all of the minis. The Guardian Angel is definitely the most important one to get right away because I can actually use it to upgrade the debris. Engineer is just nice to have, especially if you have the Thunder Ring, so that you can become Zeus ×2. Sounds good to me. Give me all the XP. Lucky Swipe I should probably grab just because I have that. Ooh, and more tongue it's coming in. Right, red is in here, so I should probably grab that. It will, after all, give me a bit of a low-level garlic effect, and that's always nice to have around. What's down here? I guess I should go grab the scientist while I'm here. I think that's... is this for card swipes normally? Maybe not. Maybe it's a bit north of that. I think it might actually be a bit north of here. There we are, the knife's maxed out, which means it's ready to be upgraded. And once it does, I'll officially have completed the adventure. Scientist. Mini scientist. Fine by me. Oh nice, the shapeshifter's right over there. I can grab it right away. At 10 minutes, another emergency will happen, so I'll definitely want to be in the middle of the map for that. There we are. Oh, from that same spot again, huh? Guess they want the imposter to get me, with the catch being, but I am an imposter. Wait, what am I saying? It even says so on Megalo Arena's screen. I'm not the imposter. Ooh, nice. I wasn't too lucky last night, but I guess my luck all went with tonight. And there we are. That was an edge. Our mission is officially complete. Card swipe might be. Just a free bracer level, huh? Oh right, because the other items are still leveling. Yeah, oops. Oh well. Might as well grab this one right here. sharp tongue. Spinach, just to keep my damage up. Right, these are at 2 different corners, so I'll probably want to go over here to grab the life sign scan. Okay, good, the guns are ready to upgrade as well. Well, actually, I can get the life sign scan after. Let's see here. Healing. AoE. Boogaloo of Illusions. Overall area continuously changes. You know what? Let's do it. Increase the overall area regularly. While this does mean the AoE of my attacks is going to fluctuate regularly, I also get a permanent plus 1% increase each level from here till the end of the game. And we're not even halfway through yet, so do not underestimate it, how it's going to snowball. By the end, my attacks are going to be absolutely huge. Do I get more tongues alongside the... Oh yeah, I need to get the mini imposter, so we'll do that. And there we are. The Firaji Union, and this also means I now have room for another weapon. And of course, the mini... I shall call him Mini-Me! By doing that, I can now upgrade the imposter tongue, so... We are mini engineer. Yeah, I think I've got all the minis because I don't believe there's a force one here. Mini ghost. Just vent. Oh, that's a lot of levels, isn't it? Okay, I can go over the cap with the new one, so let's go ahead and grab the life sign scan. Oh wow, look how huge the card is. And yet it's still refusing to scan. Isn't that typical? Might as well get the bracer maxed out so that it stops asking me. Okay, wonderful. Clear asteroids. Right, at 15 minutes, gonna ask me to do another errand, so I gotta get outside in time. As nice as the med bay is as a locale, yeah, best level up the minis so that they stop showing up. Especially since those have been bugging me to get their level 3 a while. Yep, eruptions in progress is... Alright, time to stop the tourism. This time, they're both in where you'd press them for the emergency in the game, in Among Us proper. Might as well get with this one first. It's catchy. Oh, oh. Oh, that one actually was stopped by the bot. Nice. Thank you, Nightbot. That person was a spammer. Well, they weren't a person, they were a bot, but still. I want that chest, but I can get it later. After all, that chest is not on an existence timer. There we are, we stopped tourism. Dang, lots of good luck tonight. Ah, wonderful, crossed wires. And I got the 3rd level of the crewmate mini, so it'll stop bugging me for him. Always good. I'm gonna have to go all the way back in order to get that chest I missed, though. Well, small price to pay to make sure I don't miss the emergency event. Life science scan is at max and ready. Yep, paranormal scan. We're about halfway through the run, but I still think I should be... Well, I'm already not dying to anything now, am I? So, I'd probably been fine even without it, I think. Alright, I guess the last one I'll need to upgrade is just vent. Alright, there's nothing in here, just shapeshifters or disguises. Pulling in the fake snowman imposters. Yeah, I think the card scan. Yeah, I think that's the card scanning machine. Oh, that's a randomly giant enemy. It's nothing compared to me, though. Level 100, and I'm getting even more tongues. Yeah, that seems to be the big gimmick. The Megalo form gains additional tongues at a higher level, which explains a number of things. Well, I'm pretty sure this was still active with the regular Imposter Arena as well. It's just that it's a bit hard to tell since you only get it once every so often, as opposed to having it permanently active like it is here. Oh, did I miss a chest all that time ago? Oh, darn. There we are. Unjust ejection. Rejected. There we are. Probably don't want to fight the final boss in the Mega Bay. Or do I? Perhaps I'll do precisely that. This is a pretty spacious area. My objective is to... Where? Excellent. That was easy. Yeah, the green guys are definitely a bit more durable than the aliens usually are. Yeah, if area keeps going up, that's just gonna be really insane. Vacuum. There we are. Looks like we're almost done. The suspicious eyes are about to be here. Oh wow. I guess we could talk about games I'm looking forward to, but at the same time... Well, actually, one game I am looking forward to Starstruck Vagabond coming out, which is basically a mix of Stardew Valley meets Elite Dangerous, in terms of you basically play as a space trucker. A neat sci-fi slice of life sim of sorts, and it does have a story to it, but it's one I've been waiting for a while. Here. But, here we go, the suspicious eyes have teleported in here. Oh my. Alright, there we go. One arm down. Two arm down. Careful, if I touch it, I take a lot of damage. I mean, it's significantly reduced thanks to the upgrades, but... Oh no, actually not really. But yeah, I don't want to risk it. There we are. There we go, the suspicious eyes are down. Go. I admit I am kind of curious where they're going to go with the next... It looks like it's a Contra crossover. Might have to... I'll definitely have to see how that goes when it actually comes out. It's a nice mix of paid and free updates, at least. Oh yeah, Streets of Rogue 2 I've also been looking forward to, been following the dev with that. And I guess it's no surprise given Streets of Rogue is one of those games that I've been returning to pretty regularly on the channel, especially whenever I'm in the mood for something that's, you know, low commitment, and easy enough to pick up and put down at my leisure, that sort of thing. 7 minutes, we're almost there. Hang over 400 enemies were ejected. One more crewmate ejected. Unjust Ejection is definitely a fun one, but, well, like I said, I don't like it as a main one. It's nice as a backup in addition to my main weapons here, which I guess would be the guns and knives. Although I guess you could also count the wires as it, since I'm actively moved partially to get the wires to run into things. I guess it might be better to say I don't care for it as a starting weapon. That might make a bit more sense, yeah. There's a few like that. The character starts with Pentagram is hilarious, but it's also not very fun because you lose both XP and death and all that for a while. Unless you start in the library or something that gives you a level up almost immediately because of a gem that's out in the open. Looks like we're almost done. I guess at this point I should be taking advantage to take a look at something. Let's see here. Trying to look for stuff, but looks like the ones I usually raid aren't exactly on tonight, so I figure I should use the time for that, but unfortunately I may have to just cut afterward. Unless there's someone I missed. Oh. Been anticlimactic, but I guess it is the end of the weekend. Unfortunate. There we are. Adventure complete. You completed the adventure and earned base game gold coins. You can now ascend the adventure. Ascending the adventure, for the record, is basically just resetting it. Still, I'd say that was pretty fun. Yeah, it looks like the ones I usually raid aren't available, plus the weekend's ending, so I doubt there's going to be too many, so might be better to just cut it here. Oh well. Until next time, thank you for watching, hope you had a good time, and I'll see you later.